So, the one I tried, a lot of them was like bitter and dry.
NFL season has hit high gear, and
A lot
off
of
we
them
go
was.
in Week 11 on EA
And
Sports.
but I thought I wasn't gonna
Get
like
signaled
this
for
one.
and taken successfully.
Oh, for real. Hey man, hey man, hey man. I should have followed suit, man. I'm over here trying to be a connoisseur though, nigga. I'll try to be a connoisseur, man, and my taste buds wasn't liking it. The one that but the last one I got, I didn't think I would like because of what was in there. It was like chocolate cake,
They'll be dropped after a gain
cake,
of about 6 across the 30 to
cocoa,
the 31.
cocoa beans.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent
Yeah,
gain.
it's pretty good
Last
actually.
run got 6. Now
It's called
and
Night
4.
Jar. No, I did not. So it was called Night Jar, and that's what I was telling E. I was like, man, I don't know if I like it enough to buy a $30 bottle of wine. Like, but it was really high in value too. It's like $30. I mean, it's like 18% in alcohol. So he's like, hey, really up too much on that one.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there.
Niggas was over there.
We did see.
Yeah.
Pursuit, wrap up, and then
Niggas was over there wild in there, boy. Niggas over there filling on that girl's booty at the thing. Like, I was like, I ain't mad at you, big dog. Yeah. Like, this is a whole singer club, man. Exactly. I knew you would say that. I knew you would say that, Sid. Yes, I knew that's what you was going to say. Give me that, fam. Stop playing with me, dog. Oh, who do you think I am, man? Don't ever think over my music. But no, it was a good
That's a
song.
quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against.
I went upstairs. Now, what I did is when I went and looked at the menu upstairs, the wine I tried downstairs was called Night Jar. And when I went upstairs, they had like a drink
defenses in the
called.
NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the
But they had a
football,
drink called like
week,
Night Gray or whatever that thing is called, sangria. And I tried it, and it had like Remy Martin,
second and 10.
and a couple of other things. It was pretty damn good.
To throw, Huntley. He's got White here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Mel, my players be dropping like flies in prime
No, that
time,
wasn't
bro.
a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Eagles are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it, a gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Back to Taylor on first down. And some room to maneuver. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th rushing touchdown.
So the way that Travis did his traits is like he did 2 extra for years or a superstar or whatever. And then you get to put a +5 on somebody that didn't get anything.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't return this one. He'll go down on the knee, and they'll start at the 25.
I feel like I think this. Maybe you saw that my wrist.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear, he's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10.
Come on!
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The Colts at 9-1 on the year. And their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. Disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
And it's a run they can refer back to as they continue on with their season. Okay, a little bit of a disappointment now, but they put together a streak before. Let's see how they rebound after that one and start to push forward.
And he'll decide to keep this once more. And they're knocking on the door now.
Don't hit my quarterback that hard.
They're going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Here's White. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
No, that's what I just said. That's what I was saying. I don't know if you heard me. I said, nigga, my players be dropping like flies in prime time, bro.
Huntley to throw. He's got his tight end McBride.
Nigga, at one point in time, that last game I played, man, I was like, I was looking at my depth chart, and I'm like, where the hell is Jesse Bates and Jamal Adams? And then they started off the game, and then Greg Rousseau got injured. I was like, fam, like, my whole team is injured. I was playing Josh Norman at safety.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got his target. It's
I forget about it. I forget about it, bro. Like, I don't think it. I don't really know how to do it neither. But I know even if I did, I forget about it, bro.
Good bounce back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra
no, you ain't feeling filming, are you?
Good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
So what league are you in? Get money,
and this one is the fair catch. A single forward and take it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December. We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And shutting him off, now open field.
This nigga.
Touchdown.
Nigga Jonathan Taylor is murdering my niggas, man. He's murdering them.
Taylor with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
That's what building is all about, man.
By Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
That's what building is all about.
Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'll be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot.
Way to make something out of nothing.
This would be a gain of about 8
Goodness,
to the
way to make something
27-yard
out of
line.
nothing.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to the offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Through one corner, 14-7 our score. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Huntley. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now, these two teams, the Eagles and Colts, the two best rushing teams in the NFL in 2021 a season ago. The Eagles, maybe a surprise to many that they were #1 last year. Of course, they got a lot of rushing yards from their quarterback that helped them. And the Colts, with Jonathan Taylor, they were #2. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
You got a Jerry Reed, Greg Newsom out here. How we going there?
19.
Back to throw. Huntley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game. So you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
14 to 10.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
He's scared of DBU. That's what I'm not worried about.
Because you know they're both motivated.
Yeah, 205 yards
for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That is so bad for
They go to the ground again with Taylor. 211 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. It certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
For the out to score, but bad if he let him out forward.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Trap 50, trap 50. Ready.
To throw again. Huntley. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Ready, set.
Mm.
Right there, hurt.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's going up top for Taylor.
This nigga is wild. He is just throwing a streak to JT.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I gotta tell you, you're gonna often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
bro,
timed
them
it perfectly
niggas in
and knocked it
game
free.
changers. Them niggas in game
Taylor
changers.
incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
They have so many. No, they haven't.
Back
But
to throw
they're
here.
just about to.
He'll air this one
Like,
out for Mills.
they have so many
And he's
games
got it
played.
inside the
That's
10.
just dumb.
Touchdown.
Jamal Adams, how do you just let niggas
Denzel
run?
Mims, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will take
No, that's
the
not
lead
even
here
great.
in the
That's
final
Denzel
minute
Mims.
of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good.
Nigga,
And that will
Kobe
make
Myers
this
is
a
at least an
4-point game.
86. Like, Denzel Mims is a 72. They're not the same.
Following the
that's what I'm
touchdown,
doing.
ready to kick it away is Carlson.
He starts off with decent route running, though. I mean, he does start off with decent route running.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
I think I am. I didn't even think about that. So I'll get a good workout in real quick.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
I chose the wrong person. I chose the wrong route. I chose the wrong route.
Defense needed to get them back on track.
Oh, I chose the wrong route. Punch yourself in the
here in the
face.
first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete
That's
with this
the only answer
offense.
that you can have to choose.
Now on fourth down on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Charles, you are disrespectful. You disrespectful, and I don't like it.
Over here up near the 40. Well, Charles, it was so close to
You try to
halftime there.
force another pass to JT. This time it actually
You do give it to them in
did.
plus territory as well.
They were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Huntley. He sets to fire deep. And this is inside the 5. Touchdown, Colts. Tied in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And we welcome you back live now
and I
inside the
get
booth
ball back?
alongside
All
Charles
right.
Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off the bootleg, Huntley. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Spirit got called for that little
The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
The past 5 yards. You do that to me, too. That's not so bad for you.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Waiting from the gun. Huntley. Throw left side is held in by Palmer. Touchdown! Josh Palmer from 3 yards out. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
228 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. They run once more with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
On third down, Taylor. He'll air this one out from Mims. And at the
Oh my gosh, he did it
catch is
again.
made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL.
Ready? Go, Lee, go! Hurt, hurt! Right there, hurt!
They'll run here with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Hey, smash Bronco! Check pass, check pass!
Again, it'll be Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, yeah.
And he's going to be
What a play,
intercepted for the
Saul.
3rd time.
What a play, Saul.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to keep this again. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Off play action. Huntley. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Huntley. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. Complete to Trey McBride.
Looking to throw. Huntley. And he fires one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Going right side is White. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Tyler Huntley scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they like to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
Hey, that nigga had 205 yards on me in the 2nd quarter.
I'm thinking any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive
It's
on
the
the
4th
ground
quarter with
after
3
the
minutes
last 2
left. We
drives.
currently got
Ended in
220. We
interceptions.
cut that
Unfortunately,
nigga
though, not a lot
down.
going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He just broke like 2 really long ones.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
These niggas are
And not
actually
much
making
doing
tackles
there,
and they
maybe
cut
a
them
yard
down.
up to the 23. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Now Taylor to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this.
But the play
They
that
are
I'm
not
saying
letting up.
already because they let him turn into a defender on Trayvon Diggs and knock it all the way.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. He'll air this one out from Mims. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play.
Yeah, we practice a lot.
But
We
he
know
could
who our
not
quarterback
pull it
is.
in. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Touchdown, Colts! Alec Pierce with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Chris is tougher to beat in these type of leagues. You are too, though, because that stupid defense y'all run will allow y'all to like.
Second down, another run with Taylor, and he'll be brought down
like
shy
in comp,
of the 40
like
at the
in the
38-yard
defense
line.
that y'all be running.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down and keep the sticks moving.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor to about the 40-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
We just looking up or we going for
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
I also got a discount on the first and 10 piece of pizza. I thought that was good.
Head the street! Head the street!
On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
One last shot for Taylor.
Yeah, I do.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Indianapolis, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.
Goodness, he ran for 240 yards on me. And I won that game by 24. That's insane.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug.
I'm gonna go make some breakfast real quick.
We doing numbers.
LSU.
Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some.